Turtle Wax is on fire. They're pretty much the biggest name in car care, right? This Porsche 911, it is orange. It's the color of fire. So I figured it'd be, an appropriate canvas upon which to test this one and done compound, correct and finish from Turtle Wax. And they are branding this as Hybrid Solutions Pro. This is their Pro lineup. We're sort of professionals, right? Hawk Pro. Figure, I'm gonna judge this as a pro. Does it do some things well? Yeah, it does. Does it do what it promises? Nope. But don't take my word for it. We're gonna get to work on this Porsche 911 and you can see for yourself. Hey everybody, it's Nick from Hawk Pro Detailing, where my goal is to make you a better detailer. And that's why I want to give you an honest review. As we said, it's the Hybrid Solutions Pro one and done correct compound. They promise perfection in less time. Perfection, huh? We're gonna see about that. I want to first put it to the test because what it says on the back, it says it can get 1,000 to 1,500 sanding grit marks out in the compounding stage. That's actually a big claim for any compound. And you're telling me this thing can compound out 1,000 grit scratches and then finish down? If it's true, that would be amazing, and I think it's possible. I want to show you though what it's like to use this stuff. This is indeed 1,000 grit sanding paper on a ridiculously expensive Porsche. So if nothing else, you can watch me do what I do. So they say to apply 3 to 4 dime-sized drops on the pad. I could do that. I've done that before. I'm trying to get results here because this can do some things. I want to give it credit where credit's due. No dusting. Like, I haven't seen this stuff dust, which is pretty amazing. And it smells really good. So 2 for 2 so far for one and done compound. My strategy with microfiber is I definitely want to, at least on the front end, give it a nice even application. And then I typically spread it with a butter knife. But regardless, I do want to make sure every fiber is coated. And I know there's going to be haters out there saying you didn't follow the instructions. I can do it that way, but I'm just telling you guys, this is how I like to compound. This is how I prefer to do it with a microfiber. And they weren't even necessarily saying to use the microfiber, so just trust me with this. Now, different folks like to, let me just get down here. Real life out on these detailing streets. Got to make sure the pad is nice and centered. I'm just going to go after this. Now, if you want to polish on speed 4 or 5, that's fine, or buff. I like to run it on speed 6. I'm trying to grind these out. I'm doing it safely, but we do work in a professional shop. So side 1, Turtle Wax, here we go. You might say, Nick, what in the heck were you doing when you were grinding in there? They didn't teach me that at Rupes. JB Gonzalez, my man, J&G Auto Reconditioning, I think he's Real Life Detailing on YouTube, taught me that method. I'm grinding on speed 6. I'm checking the paint to see if it's hot, and I'll tilt it up and I'll grind in, but I'm doing it really fast, and I am gonna go hard, right? Because I'm going after stuff. It does work, but I would recommend you get some repetitions in before you start going crazy with it. I think this looks pretty good, guys, but I do want to check it out. Holy crap. I mean, I see some microfiber ticks, and obviously over here, I wasn't like getting too close to that paint. 1,000 grit, guys. I don't know if the average person out there is gonna be that aggressive on speed 6, grinding, moving, shaking, living the high life on the trapeze wire. But that works pretty good. And I'm gonna use Cochemi H9. It's my go-to compound right now. I don't know, next month it could change, right? Detailers are fickle. What do we always want? We want the cheapest stuff, but we want to charge our customers the most, and when they don't want to tip, we call them cheap. And yet we always go for the 25% off sale and try to beat our distributors down. We could have a discussion about that some other time, but you know, at least I'm aware enough about that. By the way, I love free products, so keep sending them. JK. This could be in my head. I like to stand up all the fibers, do a little crosshatch. In my mind, if the fibers are all standing up versus like I've just coated it and they're all like this, I just feel like it's gonna be a more efficient cut. Does that make sense? Maybe. Some of this stuff is intuitive, some of this stuff is taught, some of this stuff you just learn with many an hour behind the polisher. Okay, Cochemi H9, I gotta say, pretty impressed with the turtle wax compound. Let's see if this can get out 1,000 grit. Once again, speed 6. Quick thoughts. I really don't think that the H9 was any faster. The microfiber pad, also quite warm. I didn't quite get to dusting there. I think that my pad might have been a little bit moist from when I cleaned it and let it dry, which to me is not the performance I want, but the reality is I still had to grind in on there. The reality is that the turtle wax does get clear pretty quickly to let you see through what it is that's below the paint. And with Cochemi, I just know this product so well. It's kind of crazy. Like right into here, I have pretty phenomenal clarity. And right into here, it's a little more ticky. And I'm not lying, it's going to be hard to see that on the camera, but I got the defects out, I would say about the same amount of effort, about the same amount of time. This is a little bit more clarity, but as a compound, I got to give turtle wax credit where credit's due. I think this was right on the verge of dusting. H9 typically doesn't dust, but it does diminish and cut as you go. So like as I'm working it there at the end, I know that I'm working with a, I don't know, 5 out of 10 cut versus 10 when I started. And I think I remember hearing once that the turtle wax platelet technology kind of keeps cutting. So I sort of noticed that as I was doing this one, it kept cutting in that later stage, and I had to grind a little bit harder just because I know this product. But if I had to rate the two, I don't know. I'd say they're both pretty darn good compounds. And that's actually saying a lot because I've used a lot of compounds, and this has been kind of our go-to in the shop for like a year. Now, as I look back at this paint, there's more ticks and more dual action haze than there was over here. I got the sanding marks out, right? That was the step. So for whatever that's worth, we did that. Turtle Wax is going to give you kind of this medium cut pad. It's sort of my go-to for polishing out microfiber haze. I tend to use Oberk Yellow. It's a really reasonable price product with my go-to polishing technique, or the Cochemi purple pad. But just for grins, I mean, these are both like medium foam, so we'll use the provided pad with the one and done compound, and it says 3 to 4 dime size drops to a pad, spread product evenly at a low setting, and then light to medium pressure in a crosshatch pattern. Doesn't tell you how fast to move your arms, because folks, you cut for show, you polish for dough. And we are going for those stellar results. This is a nice car. We want to give them the Hawk Pro job. And I don't know if you've ever tried to get those ticks out of paint and make it perfect. I don't have patience for a product that I'm going to struggle with. So if this can do it, great. Super redundant with pad cleaning. I'll give it the old shakeroonie. All right, so 3 to 4 dime size drops. They said spread it evenly on a low setting, so we'll go ahead and do that. Okay, how about speed 1? Let's spread it evenly on speed 1. I know that the little waffles are tending to make the pad cut cooler. That's the whole concept. But it has a nice film to it, a nice smell. Why don't we polish on speed 3 or 4, 2x2 pattern, crosshatch. I did 3 passes, really low and slow. If you think I should have done more, comment below. That was a rhyme. Yes, it was. Why do I do this? Just because. Okay, I'm crazy. All right, so let's take a look at this paint. Oh no, she didn't. Oh no. Wait a minute. All right, guys, that's pretty good. I'm not gonna lie, that's pretty darn good. I'm gonna hit that with paint prep because I might be pleasantly surprised again, but I do wanna show you what I see. So I've got my paint prep here, alcohol wipe, whatever you wanna call it. There's always fillers in modern day products, folks. Not that we need to dwell on that. Okay. So, what I see are quite a few ticks. Now, it's going to be impossible for you to see it on camera here. I'm going to try to show you my cell phone to give you a sense of what I see. Real quick, though, if I'm being totally honest, if you're Steve, the driveway detailer, you buy a Harbor Freight polisher, and you somehow get your hands on a nice compounding setup, maybe it's the Eurofiber wool or you like a firm foam. If you did that, you grind in with the foam and you take like a medium cut or a light polishing pad, like these are perfectly acceptable results. I'm not gonna lie, like that's shiny paint. It's just really ticky and I'll I'll show you what I'm talking about, but like, because of the dual action machine, the way that it moves, it tends to leave like what they call dual action ticks, or when you have microfiber, they call it microfiber haze. And there is a lot of that here, but I have to tell you, if you're not crazy like I am, that's a shiny panel. It really is. All right, speed 6, maybe I'm a hack. Here we go. You guys, for my money, woo-hoo-hoo-hoo! Nothing beats that Cochemi clarity, and I'm not even just saying that. All right, I'm gonna do a side-by-side. I'm gonna show you a perfectly reasonable comparison and why this is perfectly reasonable. I don't know if you can see it, like maybe those ticks are just in Nick's mind and who cares, but I look into this and I begin to swim, and I start to see parts of my soul that I don't really want to acknowledge. And so I'm probably gonna like turn away, numb out, avoid. There's too much clarity here, right? It's just very, very, very crystal clear. Whereas here, yeah, it's like a thinning mirror, or like you walk into a nightclub after a few drinks and you look into that kind of tinted mirror and you're like, damn, I look good. But if you really look good in this mirror, you know at your core that it's legit. As promised, got to do the old prep spray, right? You guys, that's insane. See the clarity difference? There was that white hazy line. Let's replay that one more time. Clarity. Clarity, little ticking, we're getting closer to that blue tape. Okay, but look at all the white lines around this. Just, it's hard to see, but I promise you, just a little ticky. So go ahead and buy your shampoo and conditioner in one and tell me that you like the results. And if you do, that's great. I don't care about your hair. I do care about this really expensive Porsche. I do care about the fact that the only reason this is in our shop is because we took a 6-year-old white Porsche. We transformed it. Check out this Facebook message. Voiceover. John Ackerson wrote, my 6-year-old Porsche Cayman looks brand new after the ceramic coat treatment from Hawk Pro Detailing. Great job, boys. The cats are going to hate just how slippery it is, and they will choose another place to lounge. It's worth every penny. The fact that he lets his cats on his Porsche, But the reality is, he has Porsche friends. So if you're like, oh, people don't even notice the little stuff. I think the little stuff is the big stuff. It's all about the details, right? John goes on a drive with Orange Porsche Owner. Orange Porsche Owner has 5,000 miles on this thing, and he's looking at John's 6-year-old, water-spotted, heavily scratched. I mean, this thing was thrashed. And he says, I want my Porsche to look like that. And then John says, you got to go to Hawk Pro. That's the kind of business I'm trying to run. I don't know what kind of business you're trying to run. Turtle Wax is doing a great job. I've been a little hard on them. But I'm not buying this product again. In fact, I don't know that I'll ever even open this bottle again. I'm not telling you to go buy Cochemi, but I am telling you that you cannot short circuit, circumvent hard work and the proper steps. We work with our hands, folks. I don't care how good the products are. You need to work the right way. Pretty good product, not something I would recommend. But if you want to use it, and if you use it and like it, let me know. Nick from Hawk Pro Detailing, where my goal is to get haters and to make you a better detailer.